is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you're having a great day. Thank you so much for tuning into another video. Today we're back in the garage, we're back in the auditorium. I'm gonna be showing you how to make a V10 sound with your mouth, and what better car to show you than on an Audi R8, the one that comes with the 5.2 liter V10 naturally aspirated. I'm gonna be showing you exactly how to make that sound with your mouth, and hopefully by the end of this video you'll be able to do it just as well as I can, even better hopefully. So let's get right into it. Okay guys, so just like the inline 6 tutorial, I want to talk about why a V10 sounds like the V10. If you haven't checked out my inline 6 tutorial, go check it out. I'll put the card up here so you guys can click on it, check it out. A V10, instead of the inline 6 operating in a perfect fifth interval, operates with a major third interval. The major third interval is a much closer interval compared to the perfect fifth interval, and that's essentially what you're gonna want to replicate with your mouth. And it's quite similar to the inline 6, as I will be explaining to you guys. So starting off, what you guys want to do is establish a baseline tone. So the V10 is consisted of two tones, the lower tone and the higher tone. The lower tone is constructed, the sound is made by your tongue vibrating. So whatever frequency, whatever pitch that your tongue vibrates at is gonna be the baseline tone for the V10 engine. So for example, that's a G. For example, you guys can start off wherever you want in the RPM range and use that as somewhere to start climbing your revs from. So what you want to do is, with that baseline tone that your tongue is making, you want to get a major third interval above that with your voice. So if I'm humming a G, if I'm vibrating my tongue at the frequency of a G, I want my voice to be singing a B natural. I'll display that right here so you guys can get an idea of what I'm talking about musically. But essentially, a major third interval sounds like this, with your tongue and with your voice. That is the classic V10 sound. And in doing that, I recommend you have your jaw go as far back as possible. Don't relax your jaw. Try to bring it back. You want to bring it back as far as possible. Vibrate your tongue. And hum a note. The further back that your jaw goes, the more clear that major third interval is gonna get. You're gonna get a much cleaner V10 sound. So I really recommend that you guys put your jaw back as far as possible to get that nice classic V10 sound. So now, once you have the V10 mastered, the tone, what you want to do is keep that tone, that interval constant. You want to alter it. You want to go up in the rev range, down in the rev range. Once you practice that, once you get that V10 tone, essentially what you're going to sound like is an E60M5 V10. Because that sound is, I make that sound without the addition of the lips, which gives the depth of the R8 and the Huracan. That's essentially what we're gonna be doing now in this video. But if you wanna learn how to do an E60M5, just practice that, go up and down in the rev ranges, hold that constant, you got an E60M5. So, to distinguish your V10 as an R8 or as a Huracan, the 5.2 liter naturally aspirated engine that came from the Gallardo, what you want to do is add your lips. Your lips, you're gonna exhale a lot of air through your lips simultaneously as you're vibrating your tongue, simultaneously as you're humming a major third interval. You want to vibrate your lips. That way, instead of, you get, sounds more like a R8, more like a Huracan, right? You get a lot more depth, a lot more volume in the sound. I'm filling a lot more space with that sound. And essentially, it's gonna sound like an R8. So What I'm doing is, with my tongue vibrating, I'm vibrating my lips. Same frequency, same pitch. I'm just relaxing my lips and letting the air dissipate as well, instead of just making a circular shape with my mouth and exhaling air. So we're gonna go like this. Now add your voice. Go up and down in the pitch. Essentially, that's what your V10 is gonna sound like. Now, we're gonna get into the fun part. These cars are DCT, so your shifts are gonna be really fast. You wanna make them really fast and really abrupt. What I have is an ignition cut before the shift, so that way I can get my mouth prepared for the pop on the upshift. So, and I stop the RPMs and I let it pop. You guys can vary the amount that you want it to pop. You can play with that stuff too. That's all up to you, how tuned or stock the car is. Ultimately up to you. But yeah, from this tutorial, what I want you to take away is the major third interval that you're gonna hold constant. Your tongue is gonna establish the baseline tone. Your voice is gonna establish the major third pitch. You're humming above that baseline tone, and your tongue is gonna add the R8 Huracan personality, the depth. You wanna fill the room with that noise. Otherwise, it's just gonna sound like the E60 M5. So just those three things you wanna keep in mind. Besides the popping and crackling, you'll add the personality as you practice the sound. Once you get better at making the V10 sound with your mouth, then you'll go and add personality. The gated shifter, the DCT, the SMG, single clutch, dual clutch, you guys can figure that up. I also recommend I highly recommend, very important step, make sure you listen to what the car sounds like in real life. When you listen to what the car sounds like in real life, it's like listening to a song and memorizing the lyrics. It's very similar. You're establishing that neural connection in your brain from exactly how it sounds. How does a car behave on acceleration? When people drive it and you hear it outside, how high is the RPM rev? You know, I've heard this so many times, I've kind of gotten acquainted to how it sounds and how high it revs, how quick it shifts, the downshifts, how many pops after you downshift once or twice, or what gear it depends on. It's all dependent on the car. What you guys want to do is make sure you get all those things down, okay? Make sure you listen to what it sounds like. If you want to master, if you want to really get down to the meat and potatoes of making the R8 Huracan sound, any sound with your mouth. So, like I said, let me reiterate one more time, okay? Major third interval, your tongue establishes the baseline tone, your voice establishes the major third interval above the baseline tone, and your lips add the depth. You can do the popping and crackling at whatever frequency you'd like, and you want to listen to the exhaust real life as much as possible. Go on YouTube and listen to exhaust. There are thousands of clips out there. So I hope this video helped. I apologize if it's super detailed. If you guys need a rewind, go ahead, watch it back and forth. I'm trying to make sure that I get a lot of information out in this video, explain it, because I haven't really seen a lot of videos on YouTube explaining this specific thing. But if I helped, thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of the video, I'll be making some more soon, more tutorials, more awesome videos, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much. See you guys later.